What do I say about this show? Change, right? You people wanted fucking change, right? Oh, it's the first Raw of 2019. Well, there's gonna be change. Did you see any change on this show? On 3 hours of this shit show? Come on Night Raw? I could have been watching the fucking national championship game if that's the case. Are you fucking serious? I wasted 3 hours of my entire life watching this shit show instead of watching the fucking national championship game, which right now Clemson is destroying Alabama. Are you fucking serious? You expect change, right? Change. You want to tell me down below in the comment section what was so different about this show? The only thing that was so different about this show was the fact that Sasha Banks now is facing Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble. I applaud. It's not Alexa Bliss. It's not Nia Jax. It's Sasha fucking Banks. It's about time that Sasha got an opportunity at the Raw Women's Championship. That's it. That's it. The only thing that was so good about Raw in 3 hours was the Hulk Hogan tribute to Mean Gene and Sasha earning the championship match against Ronda at the Royal Rumble. That's it. And what was the beginning of that show to kick off Monday Night Raw? A brawl between Bobby Trashley and Seth Rollins? Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? Come on. You couldn't think of a better way to kick off Monday Night Raw, the first Raw of 2019? And you want to give me a brawl between Bobby Trashley and Seth Rollins? Oh, I'm going to shit on this show tonight. I'm going to shit on this show. Now that I'm back on YouTube and stuff, it's not time for me to shit on this Monday Night Raw show in Orlando, Florida. It's time for me to legitly shit on this show. Because I wasted 3 hours of my entire life watching Monday Night Raw when I could have been watching the national championship game between Clemson and Alabama. And don't be surprised when we get the news later on the week that Raw suffered another low rating. You know why? Because of the national championship. I mean, now that it's a freaking blowout by now. Last time I checked, freaking Clemson's winning by 28 points against the freaking #1 team in the country. Don't be surprised if the national championship game gets more viewers than this shit show. And I'm sick and tired of the predictability of this show. I'm tired of it. Yeah, John Cena come out, then Drew McIntyre, then Dean Ambrose, then Bobby Lashley, then Seth Rollins, and then Finn Balor. Oh, what's going to happen here? Oh, a 6-man tag. And look what the fuck we got for the first match of the night. A 6-man tag. Yeah. Change. To make or different. That's the definition of change. Did you guys feel any change tonight on Monday Night Raw? I sure didn't. I sure fucking didn't. If you guys felt change on Monday Night Raw tonight, I swear to God, you need to get your fucking brain checked. God honest fucking truth. You need to get your brain checked on some high key type shit. Because honestly, I didn't feel no type of change. I didn't feel nothing. And now I'm going to shit on this show because the simple fact, because I can. And who's going to stop me? Who's going to sit there and try to keep my mouth shut? Nobody will. This is Monday Night Raw review for your Monday, January 7th, 2019. I am, of course, Chris. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed that little intro that I did earlier, that little 5-6 second intro, hit that thumbs up. I'm going to include that intro to basically almost all my videos, technically. And also, I'm back on YouTube, so the amount of support that I got the last week was really, really nice of you guys. Thank you guys so much for showing me all the support. If you guys so far enjoyed that little rant, also hit that thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Turn that bell for all notifications. And follow me on social media, which will be on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Monday Night Raw, folks. Monday Night Raw. From the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. What the fuck can I say about this show, folks? What can I say? Oh, and a little side note. A little side note here. A little side note. Kenny Omega. My friend, Kenny Omega. If you was watching this episode of Monday Night Raw, and I also heard that the company did not offer you creative control. You know why. You know why. Do us all a favor. Do not come to this company. Go to AEW. Do us all a favor. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are going to be down with AEW, and if you guys are going to be elite, hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. So Monday Night Raw tonight from the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida for January 7th, 2019. The first Monday Night Raw of 2019. We open the show with Bobby Trashley, not Lashley, and Seth Rollins brawling right behind the stage and into the gorilla area. They continue brawling out onto the stage. Trashley, I keep saying Lashley, Trashley is knocked off the stage before Rollins leaps off the stage onto him. Security and other wrestlers are trying to keep them apart. Finally, they are pulled apart. As they try to get pulled apart, John Cena's music hits the PA system and makes his way out to the ring. This was a pretty good segment between Cena and McIntyre. Pretty good promo here. Cena welcomes everyone to Raw and talks about not being left off WrestleMania this year. He says that there is one match that anyone can grab the golden ticket and make it WrestleMania. Cena says that it's Royal Rumble. That is the ticket. Cena says nothing is handed to you and you earn every inch. Cena says that he's planned to earn his golden ticket. Cena says that he's entering the Royal Rumble match. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-do. After Cena says that, Drew McIntyre comes out. His music hits. He comes out to the stage and walks down the ramp a bit. He stares at Cena before slowly bringing the microphone to his mouth. Drew says that he's been waiting for years for this moment. He says that he doesn't care about the haircut. I mean, Cena's haircut is a little bit ridiculous, but it looks good on him. Or who he's sleeping with. Wink, wink. Drew says that Vince calls Cena the greatest of all time. Well, that's the argument there, Mr. McIntyre. My opinion, the greatest of all time is, his name is The Undertaker. See how the opinion comes into play? It's a very opinionative question. It's a very opinionative topic. Who is the greatest of all time? People say John Cena, people say Triple H, people say Ric Flair. I say Undertaker. It's my opinion. My opinion. Drew calls Cena the greatest of all time, and he agrees with Vince. It's a topic. It's a topic. McIntyre says that he has a record for taking up the greatest of all time. And what I'm about to tell you after this, I have a storyline pitch for Drew McIntyre if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble match in January later on this month. I have a booking scenario in just a minute. McIntyre said he has a record for taking out the greatest of all time. He talks about single-handedly taking out the Shield. I guess. He said that he can ask Dolph, but Dolph is out. Drew says that he can ask Angle after he made Angle tap out to his own ankle lock. It's very true. Drew says that he is the most dangerous man in WWE and he's coming after John Cena. He begins making his way out to the ring. Cena says that he was feeling raw and now he's feeling sad. Cena says that he's heard the same thing from everyone. Excuse me. Cena says what is different about Drew. Drew says that he knows Cena wants to pass with torch, but Drew is going to show him instead of talk. Drew takes off his jacket and climbs onto the steps. Out comes Leo Rush, and as soon as I heard his freaking mouth, I had to mute the fucking television. Listen, listen, I love me some Lio Rush, but his voice is just fucking annoying. To the point where I have to fucking mute the channel to mute the television. Because I don't want to hear him speak. I'm tired of hearing him speak. Just tired of it. Lio Rush comes out and talks about Seth Rollins going nuts. Lio says that it's not Bobby's fault that Seth can't get his rematch. Lio is threatening to get a lawyer if nothing can be done about Rollins. Lio says this show is canceled. I wish this show was fucking canceled so I could watch the fucking national championship game. But Rollins comes out of nowhere and attacks Bobby. Dean Ambrose comes out and joins the fray. As does Cena and Drew, the bad guys begin getting the upper hand when Finn Balor's music hits. And what happens from there? We get a six-man tag between Balor, Cena, and Rollins versus Trashley, McIntyre, and Dean Ambrose. So you're telling me that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins fought twice in the same night? Whoop the fucking do. Do you care? That shit don't. Balor clears the ring and hits a plancha over the top rope onto everyone, knocking them into a commercial break. And then we ended up getting a six-man tag between Trashley, McIntyre, and Ambrose versus Cena, Rollins, and Finn Balor. I didn't care about this match. Did not care about this match. During this match, I was on my PS4, just chilling, wasn't doing anything until the match ended. But Rollins, Cena, and Balor get the win here. Seth catches Drew with a super kick in the ring. Seth tags out to Dean Ambrose. Seth nails him with a stomp for the 3 count and pins the Intercontinental Champion. Post-match, Triple H is shown not paying attention backstage as Rollins storms off. Cena and Finn are showing slapping hands with everyone before Rollins is shown slapping the coffee out of Triple H's hand. Now, I wonder what type of coffee Triple H drinks. All black, dash of milk on it with some cream on. How many sugars Triple H in that coffee? 3? 2? 4? With a dash of milk? How many sugars you want Triple H in that coffee? That coffee was looking good. Come on now. That's the king of NXT right there, Triple H. Come on now. Come on. Bow down to him. Seriously, come on, bro. Come on. Seriously. He says he wants Dean Ambrose tonight for the Intercontinental Championship. Triple H glares at him for a moment before saying tonight he gets him in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So we're getting, in the main event, we're getting Rollins versus Ambrose for the IC title in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Hulk Hogan is shown backstage as he's going to talk about Mean Gene up next. Now before I continue this, I did a video I uploaded a video to the channel on Saturday. And it was about what Ryan Satin said about Hulk Hogan coming back just to pay tribute to Mean Gene, saying that he's just doing this so that way he doesn't get booed or anything. It's just a freaking agenda. Ryan Satin, you could suck my cock. And after what we saw earlier from Hulk Hogan, from his tribute to Mean Gene, I bet now he's second-guessing himself about what he said this past weekend. So for you, Ryan Satin, here is the double bird. So Hogan is shown backstage. He's coming out. Tweets from the various wrestling personalities are shown talking about Mean Gene before the crowd is asked to rise and honor Mean Gene with a 10-second salute. Signs are shown around the arena about honoring Mean Gene. Hulk Hogan hits after the salute as he comes out wearing a Mean Gene-O-Mania t-shirt. Hulk makes his way to the ring doing all the old tricks before getting a microphone. Hogan chants bursts out before he can even say a word. He says, well, let me tell you something, brother. I got the little Hogan there. Hulk pulls up the shades to show how serious business he really is. He says that he came out here to be open wide for everyone. Hogan says that Mean Gene loved entertaining and he loved it more than anything else in this world. He throws it to a video package which shows stills and videos of Mean Gene throughout the years. Hulk says that Mean Gene was one of a kind. Hulk says that he can speak for the WWE Universe, the wrestlers, and himself in saying that he loves him. Hulk says that Gene is right here, pointing to his chest, despite not being here in person. The crowd stops Hogan from "Thank you, Mean Gene" chants. Hulk Hogan said, "Let me tell you something, Mean Gene." Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Best personation. Hogan talks about him putting together the best tag team match of all time between Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior against Roddy Piper and Mr. Perfect. He says Andre the Giant is the special guest referee. He mentions Mean Gene breaking up a fight between Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Hulk says that Gene doesn't need to worry about getting bulked up with Moolah and Mae Young up there. Hulk says that he only has one question for the Hulkamaniacs up there. What you gonna do, brothers, when Mean Gene O'Mania was riled on you? He drops the microphone and heads out to the ring. Commercial, as I say, rest in peace, Mean Gene Okerland. That was a pretty good segment there. If you wasn't tearing up during that segment, you're not human. You're not human. You're not human. You have no physical emotion. If you didn't tear up during that entire segment, I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't be watching this product, period. You shouldn't be watching wrestling, period. What Hogan and Mean Gene did back in the 80s, they just clicked. They just fed off of each other. And, you know, I teared up a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. I teared up just a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. But, my thoughts and prayers go out to Mean Gene and his family for this tough time. And, you know, Mean Gene's in a better place. So, what can I say about that? Mean Gene right now, he's in a better place right now. So, God bless you, Mean Gene. Raw Tag Team Championship Lumberjack match. My God. Do I hate the Lumberjack matches? I hate Lumberjack matches. There's two types of matches I hate. Lumberjack matches, I swear to God, and 6-man tags. Hate them. And multi-man tag team match. I hate it. I hate it. Just a regular tag team match I love. But 6-man, 8-man, 10-man, 12-man, I hate it. I hate it. Unless if it's Survivor Series when it's 5-on-5, then I'm fine with it. But 6-man, 8-man, 10-man, it's overkill. It's too much of an overkill. Do you care about this match? Because I don't. Simple. Rude and Gable won. On another technicality. While there's launch outside, launchers launch outside as he comes in. Dawson wraps up Gable in a small package, but Rude tilts them back over. Dawson's foot is in the rope, but the referee doesn't see it as he counts the 3 count. As he counts to 3, Rude and Gable retain the Raw Tag Team titles. I bet you money, I guarantee you, they're going to show next week what happened, and they're going to get their matchup at the Royal Rumble with the Revival against Rude and Gable. At this point, I don't care about the Revival. Yes, I'm saying it. A tag team from NXT, I don't care about. There, I said it. There, I fucking said it. That is some fucking crazy bullshit. I swear. Yet this change. Alright? Yet this change. They show the video package again for Lars Sullivan, Lacey Evans, Heavy Machinery, Nikki Cross, and EC3. I heard that I had a buddy of mine that was in a show today in Orlando. He said 2 NXT callers was in main event tonight. Main event? Yeah, buried. Elias is introduced as the lights dim. I want to walk with Elias. I do. I would love to walk with Elias. He's shown in the ring with a familiar guitar in hand. He introduces himself as if he needed to. Elias at this point, if he's not wearing Intercontinental Championship gold in 2019, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a serious problem. Elias is good at the mic. He's improving in the ring, but his mic skills, top notch. Love it. Absolutely love Elias. He plays a few notes as the crowd claps along with him. Elias says that he was reflecting upon his 2018 and the level of stardom he reached. He talks about his debut album and selling out Madison Square Garden. Elias talks about being all over the world in the U.S. Elias talks about This all bringing him back to Orlando, and there's a universal truth that follows him everywhere he goes. He says WWE stands for a walk with Elias, and he says it again. He says that fires him up. Woo! Elias said that 2018 nothing compared to 2019, and he'll take center stage and enter the Royal Rumble match. Elias says that he's enjoyed the failures of Baron Corbin nearly as much as his own successes. He mentions Corbin canceling his shows and ruining Monday Night Raw. Speaking the truth. Speaking the truth. He says he has a song to sing, but Baron Corbin interrupts him. Corbin says that him and audience can't handle another mind-numbing performance. Corbin says that he should have the audience respect for his job as Raw GM. No, Corbin, you was fucking horrible as Raw GM. Horrible. Fucking horrible. Corbin says that the people probably want him to leave. At this point, yeah, I do. I want Corbin to leave. Bye-bye. But that's not happening. Corbin says that he's entering the Royal Rumble match also, and he's going to win. Yeah, Corbin's chances of winning the Rumble is like me having a chance at winning the fucking lottery. You know how those odds are? None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Zero. So Elias has a matchup against Baron Corbin. This match was boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. This match was boring. I was barely paying attention. I was barely paying attention to this match. Corbin wins. Elias climbs up, but Corbin dodges it. Elias tries to run at Corbin, but he's sent towards the referee. He stops himself and turns around and catches a right hand by Corbin. Corbin sends Elias onto the corner, shoulder first before hitting the end of days for the 3 count. Corbin gets a victory over Elias on Monday Night Raw. Dean Ambrose is shown backstage in a dark place. He says that he hates 6-man tags, just like I do. You see, Dean, me and you got something in common. We both hate 6-man tags. He hates 6-man tags anyway, and it's unnatural. Thank you, Dean. That was the best part you said all night. Thank you, Dean. Ambrose talks about how much it hurts him to hurt Seth. He says that he did what he did to keep balance in the WWE. Ambrose says that he won't let Rollins get his title either way. He says that he'll beat him anywhere in the arena, and he's going to burn Seth down. Paul Heyman is shown backstage as he knocks on Brock Lesnar's door. They go to commercial break. Braun Strowman is wasting no time as he makes his way to the ring. We come back from break. Now, as you guys know, we're getting a match between Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar again for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. If you people think that Braun Strowman is going to beat Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble event for the Universal Championship at Chase Field, I swear to God, you have something wrong with you in your brain. Lesnar is going to go into WrestleMania as Universal Champion. Now, I'm hearing that Triple H wants Strowman and... No, I think Triple H wants Rollins and Lesnar at WrestleMania. But Vince wants Strowman versus McIntyre at WrestleMania. Or I think I got it reversed. I have no idea. If you guys know down in the comment section, let me know. If you guys know, sound off in the comment section. Let me know. But I think that's what it is. This segment between Strowman and Lesnar, I mean, there was no physicality. I didn't care. Strowman's not cleared to the Rumble. He's not cleared. So why is he making this appearance? If anything, they should have done this via satellite. I would have been okay with it. Do it via satellite. Why would Strowman waste an appearance on Monday Night Raw? And mind you, Strowman can get physical until the Rumble pay-per-view. He's not cleared. According to certain reports, Strowman right now, his elbow is starting to heal up, but it's not quick enough until the Rumble. So this segment alone was just fucking boring. Was just boring. I am not interested in Strowman. I have lost interest in Braun Strowman, honestly. To be quite honest with you, I lost interest in Strowman. After Crown Jewel, Done. No, no, before that, when he turned heel, just for Roman, I'm like, I'm done. No, I'm done. I'm done. They only turned Strowman heel just for Roman. That's it. You wasted the Money in the Bank. That's it. On Hell in a Cell, which wasn't a not bad show, by the way. Hell in a Cell back in September. It wasn't a bad show. I just lost interest in Braun Strowman. I just lost interest, to be honest with you. This segment did nothing for me. It's just blah 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 blah. You're gonna get these hands, blah blah blah. That's it. That is it. I'm not gonna go over this. I'm not gonna go over this, but I'm gonna have to, in case of the people that's watching this video, in case if you guys missed it, I gotta go over it. So Strowman is wasting no time as he makes his way to the ring as we come back from commercial break. Braun gets a microphone, but he just hands the microphone back before ripping his shirt off. Heyman says, ladies and gentlemen, from the back, he's standing with Brock, but they're not coming down, it seems. Heyman goes through his opening lines. Heyman says that the monster in the ring is looking for a face-to-face with Brock, but that isn't happening. Heyman said that he knows how much money they spent hyping Brock being there tonight. I mean, Brock didn't have to lay a hand on Strowman. And I bet he's getting more money than anybody else right now. Right now on Raw. That's a known fact. Heyman says that card is subject to change as the face-to-face is canceled for Braun's benefit. He says that if Brock came out there will be no opponent for the Royal Rumble. Brock gives him a douchebag smirk as Strowman calls him Beastie Boy. Yeah, you're calling Brock Lesnar Beastie Boy. You see what I mean, people? You see what I mean? Come on now. Braun says that he's waiting for him in the ring. Strowman says that he's going to hide behind his advocate. Meanwhile, Brock was standing in front of Paul Heyman. Paul quips that he's behind him technically. Braun says, why don't you come down like Heyman said he would. Braun asks if Heyman's ass gets jealous of the shits coming out of his mouth. Strowman says that Brock should thank Paul for saving him for the Royal Rumble. Strowman says that everyone knows what happens when you get these hands. I don't. You lose. The last time you said that, you suffered 5 F5s at Crown Jewel. Last time you said that. Oh, you're going to get these hands. What happened? You got F5 5 times. 5 times. And Corbin hits you in the back of the head with the Universal Championship title. Bro. Yeah, I'm supposed to take you serious, Strowman? Seriously? Yeah, I'm supposed to take you serious. At this point, no one is going to take Braun Strowman serious. The only thing that will save Braun Strowman at this point is a move to SmackDown. That's it. Have him go after the WWE Championship in 2019 on SmackDown Live. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's how I'll do it. That's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm actually doing it. What else? Oh yeah, but after this segment, I'm gonna go back to the McIntyre thing because I forgot totally to tell you guys what I was clearly thinking of here. Strowman says that everyone knows what happens to get these hands. Blah blah blah. Braun, blah blah blah. I'm gonna get these hands. Brock, okay, I'm making more money than you. Blah blah blah. Heyman says that he wants to leave as Brock makes way to. I want to leave the show and watch the fucking national championship game. But no, I gotta cover Monday Night Raw for you guys. Brock Lesnar circles the ring as Braun stares him down. Brock begins making his way up the ramp as Strowman grabs the microphone again. He tells him to turn around. Brock refuses, but he finally obliges. Strowman says that he'll be the new champ at the Royal Rumble. You said that 2 times. You expect me, bro? You expect me, bro, to believe you a 3rd time? That you're going to beat Brock Lesnar? No. Alright. So, before I continue with the show, I forgot to totally mention about how I would book Drew McIntyre if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble. Now, I spoke to my man Charles about this. And he agrees with it. But then again, you can add another superstar to this and have him do what I'm about to say. Let me know what you guys feel about this down below in the comment section also. Let's say if Drew doesn't win the Royal Rumble. I'm having him do something that's gonna boost his career up to high levels that he's never even dreamed of. Now, I'm looking at my Instagram last week, and I'm seeing pictures of, Michelle McCool and The Undertaker high in the mountains where the snow is at and shit. They're chilling they're relaxed with their families. Taker's having a good time. He's smiling and everything. He's taking pictures on Instagram. And I'm thinking to myself, he looks happy. I think at this point, and I hate to say this, even though he's my all-time favorite superstar, and in my opinion, he is the greatest of all time, I think it's time. I think it's time for Taker to just sit back, relax, and think about retirement. There's a report going on here that's saying that Taker is still considering thinking about retirement. And in my honest opinion, you look at the Raw roster, there is a ton of potential on Monday Night Raw on that roster. You look at that whole roster, you got the Seth Rollins, you got the Finn Balor's, you got the Drew McIntyres, you got the Dean Ambroses, you got the Bobby Roodes. Who else you got? You got the Eliases down there. There's one guy on that roster when it comes to the men. There's one guy in that main roster, on the Raw roster, that has the ability to have a passing of the torch moment too. I'm going to say Drew McIntyre. If Drew McIntyre does not win the Royal Rumble match, I would book The Undertaker against Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania in a passing of the torch moment. I would say this now. Now, what Taker did with Roman, that was not a passing of the torch moment. It was not. You think I'm lying? Go to the network, go to the Raw after WrestleMania that year, and watch the beginning of that show. And it happened in that same arena where Raw was at tonight. That same exact arena. Roman Reigns came out. He came out to a bunch of boos and everything. He was getting manslaughtered, and he took it right to the chin, which I respect, though. But hear me out on this. If Drew McIntyre does not win the Royal Rumble match in 3 weeks' time, I would have him legitly retire The Undertaker at WrestleMania. You want to push Drew McIntyre up there? You have him retire The Undertaker. Then at SummerSlam, if he stays on Raw, have him win the Universal Championship. Or if he gets moved over to SmackDown, you have Drew McIntyre win the WWE Championship. Simple. And even Drew McIntyre mentioned it. He mentioned it on his promo today, if I can go to it. He mentioned it on his promo. He said McIntyre says that he has a record for taking out the greatest of all time. The Undertaker is considered one of the greatest of all time. If that's not a seed planted right there for Drew to face Undertaker at WrestleMania, I don't know what to tell you. That's how I'm booking Drew McIntyre. If he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, I'm having Drew McIntyre legitly retire Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's it. And then you have Drew McIntyre, I'm going to say this again, you have Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam in Toronto later this summer. If he stays on Raw, you have him compete for the Universal Championship. If you have him go to SmackDown on the Superstar Shakeup that's after WrestleMania, you have him go to SmackDown and you have him win the WWE Championship. Give him the same treatment you gave to Brock when Brock ended the streak at WrestleMania 30. I just booked Drew McIntyre opponent for Taker at WrestleMania. Do it. At the same time, Vince, think about this. At the same time, you're creating a superstar. What is Vince McMahon's greatest creation outside of WrestleMania? The Undertaker. Have Drew McIntyre kill it. One Claymore kick to take a skull, done. Absolutely done. Let me guys know down in the comment section what you think about that booking scenario. Moving on here from Monday Night Raw on this abysmal fucking waste of a time show, as Clemson is beating Alabama. It's already a blowout. Let's put it like that. Jinder Mahal, Alicia Fox, and the Singh brothers are in the ring. My God. This was my taking a shower break. I did not care about this match. Just know that Apollo Crews and Ember Moon won. That's it. Ember Moon hits the Eclipse for the 3 count on Alicia Fox. That's it. Done. 1, 2, 3. Done. Done, done, done. Alexa Bliss is shown backstage having a makeup applied to her as her new talk show is up next. Yeah. A moment with Bliss. Yeah. Bliss comes out and has 2 pieces of furniture setting up on the top of the ramp. What the fuck is this? This is another episode of what? Oh, I don't know. Fucking another episode of fucking. I'm not really too sure. I can't think of a show right now. Bliss insults Orlando as she takes a seat. She talks about how they can always remember to be the hometown of the first show of a moment of bliss. She demands coffee as someone comes out with it. Bliss shows a video package showing everything that Ronda Rousey has done this past year in 2018. Ronda is introduced by Alexa Bliss. She comes out and takes a seat beside her. Bliss asks Ronda about her year. Rousey chants ring out to stop her. Excuse me. Ronda talks about this year being extraordinary. She wants to look forward instead of back. Ronda talks about needing to chase her limits. Ronda talks about wanting to be as big of a champion as Sasha Banks. Sasha is a 4-time Raw Women's Champion. Sasha, whenever she won the championship, she never retained the title. Each of her title reigns didn't even last a month. You want to be a bigger champion than Sasha Banks? Okay. Oh, and by the way, side note here. I love me some Sasha Banks. That's bae right there. I don't know about you guys, but Sasha Banks, that's bae. It's teases to be Bliss for a moment. Nia Jax walks out. Oh my God. If I have to hear Leo Rush's voice, I have to hear Nia Jax's voice. Nia Jax walks out faking hurtling before she says, "Hey, new year, new her." No, bitch. No, bitch. No, bitch. New year, same you. Nia wants to know when she's getting her rematch. You're never getting a rematch, girl. You never did. You got smoked by her in TLC. My God. What's with these rematches all of a sudden? Isn't the rematch clause abolished? The fuck you want a rematch for? Are you fucking serious? Sasha Banks comes out next, and she's honored for the words that Ronda said about her. Banks comes out and says that she'd love to fight Ronda for that title. Banks also says that she can't wait to teach Ronda how to lose with dignity and class. I LOL'd. Nia says, "Excuse me," and that there's a 300-pound Samoan in her way to get in line. Sasha calls her a bitch. Oh my God, I LOL'd. She said, "Bitch." I'm like, okay, girl. It says what line? Sasha challenges Nia to a match right now with the winner to fight Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble event. So now we got Sasha and Nia. This match was boring. It was absolutely freaking awful. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sasha wins. Sasha Banks tries for the Hurricane Rana from the apron, but Nia just hits the apron and she falls to the floor. That was a nasty spot, by the way. That was a nasty spot. Banks slides into the ring and applies the Banks statement as the crowd comes unglued. Nia taps out. Sasha will face Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble event for the Raw Women's Championship. One piece of change in the show. For the first time in a while, Ronda is not facing a heel. I mean, other than Natalia, she's not facing a heel. So there you go. I'm looking forward to this matchup though. Sasha against Ronda. I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to this. And I think Sasha, whether you like Sasha or not, she's really good in the ring. And if you've seen her matches, back in NXT, I think she'll deliver. She'll give Ronda her best match to date. Every single woman on that Raw roster, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, who gave them their best match? Sasha. Who gave Nia her best match? Sasha. Who gave Charlotte her best match? Sasha. Who gave Bayley her best match? Sasha. Add Ronda Rousey to that list. Add Ronda Rousey to that list. I can't wait till the Rumble pay-per-view in 3 weeks. Dean Ambrose is backstage getting himself hyped up as Rollins is replying his wrist tape. Then rematch is on the other side of this commercial break. So we got Rollins and Ambrose in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the Intercontinental Championship. This match was okay for what it was. They just went everyone in the building. They went everyone in the building. They had what? I think one commercial break. Yeah, they had one commercial break. They fought almost everywhere in the entire building. But I thought at this point Rollins was going to win back the IC title. But Seth hits Dean with the stomp and covers him. Referee counts to 1, 2, and then all of a sudden, Bobby Trashley pulls him out. Lashley throws him onto the ringside area for a few moments before getting into the ring and nailing a sideways dominator. Lashley hits a big spear as Rollins crawls very slowly towards him. Trashley just stands over Rollins and Ambrose covers him as he gets the 3 count. Post-match, Bobby Lashley tells Leo to fix the padding on the floor before he pulls out a table and slides it into the ring. Trashley and Leo sets it up. The almighty Bobby Trashley lifts up Rollins and presses him through the table before Bobby Trashley struts around the ring. Bobby Trashley and Leo Rush stand over Seth Rollins as the show comes to a close. And Alabama just lost to Clemson. There you go. Overall, this show was just boring. The only 2 parts that I really enjoyed was the fact that Sasha is finally getting an opportunity at the Raw Women's Championship and Hogan's tribute to Mean Gene. That's it. Other than that, in 3 hours, this show was dismally boring. Yeah, people are going to defend this thing saying, oh, be patient. What's there to be patient about? What is there to be patient about? I ask you. What is there to be patient about Monday Night Raw changing? We've been patient long enough. We've been patient long enough. We all know change will never happen. On the Raw side, of course, not going to change. Let's see about tomorrow on SmackDown. I'm hearing tomorrow that AJ is going to confront Daniel Bryan. I'm hearing that there's going to be a triple threat match between Charlotte, Becky, and Carmella, with the winner facing Asuka at the Royal Rumble event for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Let's see what happens. Tomorrow. That's it, guys, for the Raw review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed Monday Night Raw review, hit that thumbs up. If you guys are also being part of the elite, if you guys are all elite, also, guys, hit that thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. Follow me on social media, which will be on the bottom left corner of your screen. I will be doing a SmackDown review tomorrow, guys. As also, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live. See you guys tomorrow.